how I get my thumbnail. Like, I'll just sit like this. Oh, but my bed's a mess, so we can't do that. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Ignore my room, guys. I am in the middle of moving. I'm so freaking excited. I move a bunch of stuff this week and I'm gonna be fully moved in by next week. Oh my god, I'm so excited to show you the new place. It's so cute. It was so hard to find. Oh my god, like no one wants to rent out to me. Like no one trusts me. I finally found someone, so we're good. So today's video is gonna be how I financially managed moving out at 18 years old. And by moving out, I mean I was like kicked out / left / like I was not prepared for it at all. And if you are someone that wants to move out while you're still young, like 18, 19, 20, and you don't know how to approach it, what to do, what to prepare for, this video is for you. I'm just gonna kind of go like along what I went through. It's pretty simple, honestly. It's not like it's just the basics. I guess I'm gonna tell you, as long as you have all these things prepared, you're honestly fine. Like you'll be set to live on your own. I hope this video helps you guys. If you need more questions answered, I'll make a part 2, but just let me know. Or like I'll answer some questions in the comments. Guys, the hair is hairing right now. It's giving right now. So people are always asking me how I financially manage things when I got kicked out, when I was 18 years old. If you haven't kept up with my videos, I have reconnected with my family. We're all good now, we're great. I just like to share this story and just like certain things I went through to help other people that might be going through the same thing. So that's what we're doing. Let's start from the beginning. So when I was still with my parents and I was in university in another city, my dad paid for half of my tuition and my dorm fees. So I was living in a dorm and it's quite expensive. Like normally school would cost around $7,000 a year. In Canada, it's a lot cheaper than America. And so living in residence, it cost a total of, I think, around $22,000. So he had paid half of that. I think it was 22,000. So he paid like close to half of that, maybe like a little more. And I was working at Walmart in Toronto. So whenever I was in the city, I would pick up shifts. I didn't have a ton of money. Honestly, when it all happened, I had like $500 to my name. And it was crazy because I went through that money so quick. Like I remember there was a guy I liked and I bought him a Christmas gift because I wanted to get him something. And I also got my friends gifts for Christmas, but like half of it was like shit I stole from Walmart because I used to work there. Sorry, Walmart. I stole some shit from there because I couldn't afford to buy them like a proper gift. So I had to like steal some mugs, some Christmas mugs and stuff like that. Oops, not me exposing myself right now. During the winter break, I was working at Walmart as well, trying to figure out how I could get a loan. So I wasn't eligible for OSAP because my dad hadn't emancipated me, which meant I was separate from him. I didn't really know like if there was any other way to do it. He said he wouldn't emancipate me and I was like, well, fuck, what am I supposed to do? So I'm trying to apply for loans. And one of my friend's parents, so sweet, her dad was like, I will co-sign a loan for you. Because I was like, yo, I am a trustworthy person. Like I will pay that money back. But that is a lot to ask for someone. Where did I put this cap? Like asking someone to co-sign a loan for you is a lot to ask for. So I totally understand why some people said no, but he said yes and I was super happy about it. And so we went to the bank, but I had no credit, guys. Like they did not want to give me that loan. I think I asked for like a $7,000 loan. Even with him as my co-signer, they still were like, you know, you don't have any credit, like you haven't worked at your job long enough, etc., etc. So my first tip is get a credit card as soon as you can. Go to the bank, get a credit card. Don't use it like it's free money, okay? Use it occasionally whenever you buy groceries or something, and make sure you pay it back on time. I can't stress that enough. Have savings, get a credit card. I'm just gonna conceal my entire face. So I didn't get approved, but thankfully I had someone that ended up lending me the money, which worked out really great in my favor. And then in the meantime, I was looking at government resources. So I live in Ontario, Canada. For anyone wondering, I don't really know how it works in other provinces or countries, but this is specifically to Ontario. So OSAP is like the government funding program for students. Most people don't get shit from them. Like they literally don't give you any money, but if you had a family breakdown, like they have this option where if you've had a family breakdown and they're not paying your tuition, not because of they just don't want to, but because of like religious reasons or for like your sexual orientation, etc., like stuff like that. Like if you're basically like if you told your parents I'm trans and they kick you out or whatever, they don't want to support you, then you can be declared as an independent student. And in my case, I use the excuse of religion because I'm like, oh, I'm not religious. They kind of found out about my double life. They won't pay for my stuff, and they won't pay for my stuff because of those things. And I had my like friends' parents write witness letters. Like I had some cousins write letters. I wrote a letter just kind of vouching for myself and that like I am really in need of government support, because I would have to drop out of school, guys. Like I didn't have money. I had like $500 and I had to, so December 3rd is when the second half of tuition was due, and this all happened to me in November, like when I had the falling out with my family. So that wasn't paid for. And then I got it extended to January 3rd. But then luckily I found someone that lent money to me to pay for it. I can still work over the summer, but I just need to be able to pay for school for the next few years without wanting to die. Like, cause it's hard, like going to class and stuff, but then also making enough to be able to pay rent, etc., especially if you're working a minimum wage job. So I applied for that to become an independent student. I feel like I need more coverage. I'm gonna use this Hella White Tarte concealer and see what that does for me, because my skin is really white right now. So I did that. I ended up getting approved for it. So this basically meant that I was getting my entire tuition covered for the next few years. So they gave me like I think it was $7,000 in grants. And guys, grants mean you don't have to pay any of that money back at all. So I paid $7,000, so they gave me $7,000 in grants, and then I had the option of taking out a loan of $7,000. So this loan I would have to pay back. You can search, like, you can look into like how to become an independent student in Ontario under OSAP, whatever. I think it's a lot easier now. Like you just submit the documents to your financial aid office at your university and they take care of it for you. So that was that. But yeah, I didn't even know about that, and like thank God I did that, but it actually came so clutch. I didn't really want to take out, I know I took the loan out one year, but I didn't want to take the loan out every single year because I would have to pay it back, and I still wanted to work throughout the year. So I at this point in January, as I've submitted those applications and stuff, I haven't gotten approved yet, but I'm looking for jobs. I rarely went to class because I was working or like interviewing. So I ended up getting a job at a restaurant. I ended up getting a job at an escape room. And I ended up getting a job at a golf club. All three at once. And the reason was because COVID was happening during this time. So like the whole interview process, like it took forever. And guys, I would bus to so many different places to apply. So I kind of just took everything that accepted me. So it was those three jobs. I worked at Moxie's for a little bit, and then I applied to the golf club because I was like, oh, I have experience working in a restaurant. Like I totally lied and said I worked there for a while. Which lying is key, guys. Lying is key on resumes, especially if it's like low income jobs. They always want experience, but like, come on, how are you supposed to get experience if you're not gonna hire? And like most places wanted you to have experience, which was really annoying. I only got the restaurant job because I went in person and they saw me and I was super nice and whatever. So yeah, another tip, make sure you have a job secured already. Like you don't want to go through that added stress of having to find a job, something that's reliable, steady income, steady hours. Honestly, working at a grocery store was great. I was trying to get that job again, but I preferred like looking for a serving job because I knew it paid a lot more than working like at Walmart or something. Regardless though, Walmart was good because it was steady income and I could work like 6-7 days a week, but I was trying to work less and make more. Oh, my face burns. I think I need to wash my brushes. My makeup ends up always looking so light on camera and it's kind of annoying. Like, I'm caking my face for what? For you guys not even to be able to tell I'm wearing makeup? Oh, I forgot to contour my nose. I'll do that. I'm gonna try using the One Size Beauty powder because someone put me on. This is their translucent one. So anyways, make sure you have a stable job. Oh my God, like don't just leave if you don't have savings, a credit history, a job. So now I'm working these 3 jobs. I'm barely getting any shifts because it's just starting out, but then COVID happens and I get laid off of all of these jobs. In the meantime, I'm also looking for a place to live because once we're out of residence in first year, sorry, I'm itchy. Once we're out of residence that first year, we have to live somewhere near this school so I can keep attending. So I had some friends that I was planning on living with, and at the time it was a lot cheaper before COVID. Like I was able to, you would be able to find a place to rent for like $600, $600 to $700, everything included. Now it's like $1,000 for the same place, which is insane to me. So I got like the smallest room. I was only paying $550, which guys, that's like so cheap. So cheap. Like I'm so happy, bro. We found a place, like a student house. It was shared living. It would be like 5 or 6 girls in this one big house, and then I got a room. And there's tons of places like that. There's tons of rooms for rent in any city. You don't have to live in your own apartment if you can't afford it. Like you can find like an all girls living space if you really wanted to, and the rent can be really cheap, honestly, as long as you have a job. It's also hard to rent on your own if you don't have like a really good amount of income. Like even right now, I'm in the process of moving. That's why my room looks so crusty. But it's because I'm moving. But I had a lot of trouble trying to convince people that I made enough money. Like they're so strict with it nowadays, which I get it because some people are sketchy. But anyways, where were we? So I have this house available to me, but then COVID happens, right? So our university's dorms are shutting down early and I can't move into my apartment just yet. So I end up living in Brantford. Isn't that so weird? So my friend's family allowed me to stay with them. So I was gonna be staying with them while I was still doing school because they were shutting down residences and they were giving money back to people. It was really nice of her and her family. And I stayed with them for around 2 months. And then I got a job at Walmart. So this was before they started giving COVID money to people. Like they would just give money away, like $2,000 every month, but you had to like look for a job. So I had already got a job, so I couldn't apply for that money. So I was working at Walmart, just saving money, living at my friend's house, and then finally I moved into our house. So yeah, it was kind of just a weird situation with COVID. Like you might not necessarily have to go through something like that. And honestly, living on your own is pretty easy, I would say. I feel like if I was able to do it during a pandemic, anyone can do it, you know? Rent a room, make sure you have a credit card, have some savings, like $10,000 in savings or something, or like 5,000, I don't know. You can find a super cheap room to rent with everything included. What else do you need to pay for? I would bus everywhere. I didn't have a car at the time. What else? Oh, okay, so this really changed things up for me. So remember how I said I worked those 3 jobs? After, well, it wasn't after COVID, it was like during COVID, but like it was all those like mandates that we had, like you had to wear a mask, this and that in restaurants. So I had worked at that golf club for around, I would say like 6 months now. And it's getting warmer. Restaurants are hiring. I think this is March, like the year after in March. And so I see this like job application for Jack Astor's, which is just like a family restaurant. It was located in like the clubbing part of town, so it would get really busy there at night. So I applied there, but I told them, I lied and I said, oh, I have bartending experience and I have restaurant experience. Like, working at this golf club, and I think they were really desperate to find people to work. Usually you would have to be working as a server or bartender for a few years before they hire you, but they were pretty relaxed. And I feel like that's most of the industry now. Like there's no one that's available to work. So I got lucky. They hired me because I lied, but they ended up training me and I ended up being like good at my job, you know? Like I stayed there for 3 years. I only quit in December. But serving, guys, that industry is the key to fucking easy money. It is easy money. I know people don't like it because they're like, ew, you're working. I'm not a stripper. Like, chill. I'm working at a restaurant. Like, I've served kids before. Like, it's not like this horrible thing, you know? So I worked as a server. You make honestly like $30 to $40 an hour, I would say. Minimum $30. Obviously, some days you have bad days. Some people are also just horrible like servers. So they don't like, they honestly lose money sometimes. I knew some people that would lose money every shift just because they were so bad at their jobs. But overall, like I made so much money. I think it also depends which restaurant that you work at, like how they divvy up tips. Because I know some people like they do like they pool the tips. I know in like downtown Toronto, if you score like a job there at one of the restaurants, like you can make bank. Like these people make $500 a night. And that's what I was doing. I ended up making like $5,000 to $6,000 every month. Minimum $4,000 a month. And I was chilling. I'm paying $550 a month in rent. That's amazing. I'm sorry, like that is honestly so clutch. God, I really need to, I dissolved my lip filler. Your girl needs it right now. Do my lips look okay? Here, I'm gonna use this gloss, this Patrick Ta gloss, pouty. And after I got my serving job, I got a car, I got a cat. Like I was living lavishly. So I highly recommend working, like if you're that desperate, like working in the industry, like bartending, serving, bottle girl. And I never got caught up in that life, I guess, that usually happens when people are working there, like drugs and this and that. Like you don't need to be part of that, or like the incest relationships between all the co-workers. Lashes are really old, so I don't know how they're gonna end up looking, but old. Oh my goodness, like when's the last time I used these? Ew. I have an interview though, so I'm trying to look cute. Let's see. I really should have like put some thought into this video before I filmed it, because I literally just sat down and started filming because I'm like, I haven't recorded anything in forever. Also, remember how I said I was studying for my NCLEX exam? I failed. Honestly, I don't think I was taking it as seriously as I should have, and I don't really have the energy to take it again. So I'm gonna postpone that for now. All that studying for what, guys? I'm not like a huge fan of these lashes anymore. I used to use them all the time. So yeah, big takeaway from this. Let's summarize. Get a credit card, have savings, make sure you have a job secured. You can live in shared housing for cheap rent. Honestly, living a little bit outside of the city is also great too. Like you can just commute. Budgeting, I would budget, honestly. I still budget. Does this look cute, guys? Honestly, budgeting saved me. Like I still do it to this day. I set aside a certain amount of money. If I know I'm making a certain amount of money every month, like say I'm making $2,500, I will set aside, this is how much I spend for rent, this is how much my phone bill costs, this is how much this costs, this is how much I'm spending on groceries, fun money, whatever it is, I will budget everything. And you don't realize how much money you spend on things. Like it's crazy. I remember when I stopped doing it for a little bit and I looked back to see like what I was spending my money on. I was spending so much money on eating out, like, or like Uber Eats. It was actually insane. Like I was spending way too much. My eyebrows look even. Oh, I have cramps, guys. Oh my god, guys, I'm gonna do a video on like things I did when I was younger to like sneak out or like hide things from my parents, just as a funny video. I hope this video helps someone. Like if you have specific how I lie, or like how you could lie on your resume. Oh my god, I don't endorse this, but like girl, if you got to get that bag, then do it. Just put on your resume, just write like however you would put any other job or volunteer work that you did. Just put a random restaurant under there, like a chain restaurant I think would be best, not like a local or like one where they could actually find the people that work there, like a general restaurant, and then put the contact name or whatever if they need it. Or you don't even need to put their contact info, but if they end up needing a reference or like a supervisor name or whatever, just give a random name and give a friend who, you know, like will answer the phone and will properly talk to them. Just give it to your friend and let them answer the phone for you. Because all they're gonna ask is like, oh, were they good or whatever? And you just say, yeah, they were. Your friends will be like, yeah, they're great, hardworking people. Highly recommend them for this job. And that's it. How would they know? They train you anyways. But you just have to make sure you have good work ethic and you actually like try. I know serving is like an intimidating job for some people, but if you have like that outgoing personality and you're able to do that, then I highly recommend. I know in the UK it's kind of different because I know a lot of people in the UK follow me. You guys get paid like a set wage. I don't think you make tips, so I don't really know if you would make the same amount of money there that you would here. There's always like some sort of government resource. You're never gonna be, well, I guess if you were ever homeless too, even, there's always like so many resources, government resources that you can use to help yourself out. This looks stupid. I never realized how stupid my lashes look until now because I've switched up what I use. Oh, these lashes are atrocious. I'm trying to make them look better. So just make sure you have a good support system, like friends, like people that can comfort you and stuff, because I feel like no one really taught. Like the financial part obviously is so important. It's also important to have a good support group around you, people you can trust, people you can vent to and just have around so you're not depresso. What do you want? My cat. You are my friend. Oh my god, guys, I'm so excited to move. This is probably since I failed my NCLEX, I have so much more time now to make YouTube videos. Why do I look so yellow though? I look like a Simpson. Anyways, guys, my hair game has been on point. I might have to do a hair care routine soon. Go follow me on everything, every single platform, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Turn your notifications on. More videos are coming your way. Oh my god, guys, I'm so excited. This content, like I'm gonna be on my content grind. I'm so excited. Once I move, like you guys aren't even ready for it. But yeah, next video is gonna be like an apartment video, and the video after I'm gonna do like how I snuck out and like the sneaky little shit that I did when I was younger, because it's fun, it's funny. Stop coming at me, haters. There's some people that are such haters. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, guys. I'm so excited to show you the apartment. If you want to see some updates like sooner than my video, like to see where I live, go follow me on Instagram because I'm probably going to be posting some stories there. Oh, and also go follow me on Snapchat because I'm going to be posting there as well because I'm moving my stuff this weekend.